Hey there, happy sisters and misters. I hope you had a great July 4th weekend if you're here in the U.S. and are celebrating our most patriotic holiday of the year. And if you're watching from somewhere else, I hope you have had a good weekend as well. Today, I'm here to show you how to use the few leftovers you might have from your Stars and Sparklers scrapbooking workshop. I have several customers who are big time into scrapbooking, but not into card making as much. And so they don't really want to use all of their scrapbook workshop scraps or leftovers for cards, and they always want me to give them good ideas. So I'm trying to oblige as much as I can. And let me show you what I've come up with for the Stars and Sparklers. Full disclosure here, I did not actually buy this paper line. It's really pretty and everything, but I knew that I had 2, maybe 3 or 4 even patriotic paper lines in my stash that were barely touched. So I decided to get those out and see what I could do with them. Okay, starting with the Stars and Sparklers workshop, I'm going to go here, and when we get to page 3 of the cutting directions, I'm going to go over what you should have left. Okay, of this blue stars with the print text on the back, you should have a 1 by 12 left. On this, the same paper, the other sheet, you should have a 3.5 by 12 inch left. Here, on this one, the floral and the balloons and the firecrackers, that you should have a full 6 by 12 left. And over here on this scarlet cardstock, you would have 1 1/2 by 12 left. Moving to the sapphire cardstock, you would have 3.5 by 12. Okay, let me show you what I've done. Again, I used a couple of paper lines that I had started in my stash, but were not finished. Okay, here's how you put your papers down. This is the 1.5 by 12, and it has been cut down to 10 inches. Here is the 6 by 12, also cut down to 12 inches. And here is, I think this is a 1 by 12. I actually skinnied it up to 3/4 by 12. Okay, and then in the 3.5 inch wide pieces, you should have had one with a print and then one with a cardstock. And those I have cut down to 8.5 and 9 inches. And I have staggered them here on the page. And I'd say this is down about maybe 2.5 inches from the top. And then you just kind of eyeball it to see where it looks right to you. I have then added a white cardstock here because I wanted to put a nice bold title, and it wasn't going to be showing up very well on this floral. And then I like the fact that I've got 1, 2, 3 sort of sheets coming this way. When I went back and looked at your sticker sheet to see what you would have left, it looked to me like you should have 3 of the sparklers in various sizes. Or not sparklers, pinwheels, whatever you want to call these. 3 of these in various sizes. And you would also have the 3 balloons. So this would also be a great page for a birthday page. And a birthday page would also work great using just the date as the title. Based on the puffy stickers I had with mine, I decided to take and put my 3 flags here, but you could do balloons or you could do pinwheels here, 3 of them, staggering them however you think they look best. And then I made 2 other clusters. This one here, I actually had one of those pinwheels in my set, and then some stars. Some are punched out of scrap and some were puffy stars. Down here, I had another one. Another sticker that I decided to use. And then I made a couple of little fishtail flags here. And this is just out of the scraps of cutting these other papers down. Another punch star. Following the theme of 3, since I had this big white fishtail flag, I decided to do 2 more for my journaling because there's not going to be a lot of journaling for our July 4th celebrations. So overall, I think this turned out really, really cute. And I hope it gives you an idea how to use up your leftovers, both the papers and the stickers. And I didn't add really in much else other than, you know, a few dots along the way too. Okay? Okay, there's that. But while we're talking about patriotic stuff, I don't know whether you're familiar or not, but on Monday on my blog would have been the first installment of a scrapbook competition I'm having with my sister-in-law, Trenna. She is a consultant for the other stamp company, and we had done last month a card competition, and this month it is a scrapbooking competition. We're going to be using these sketches, and she chose this first one, which comes from Page Maps. I'm sure you recognize that. Let me give you a close-up of that. It's actually in the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine for the summer 2021 edition, if you want to see it there. Okay, well, what did I do with that? Well, let me show you. Here I had this piece of this flag paper that I really wanted to start with in this top corner, because the stars on the field of blue is so iconic, as are the red and white stripes. So I started there, and then for the next large piece, I put down these red dots. And then they had put another piece down that is basically a photo mat. It's interesting because it's full on this side and it's tucked under a long piece here. This is actually from a different paper line, but I thought it went really well. And of course I had 4x6 cut aparts that matched this paper. So that became sort of the center of my layout. And then I added washi tape strip here, a strip of paper here, another strip of paper. So I kind of like how this comes in stripes working this way. Lead your eye across and you end over here. Okay, then I did 3 embellishment clusters, one here, and then the very smallest one here. Let me show you close-ups of those. Here's the first one. When people ask, where do I know to put those down? I try to make it look like they are really holding down what's underneath them. So here I've got the heart being divided by this piece of paper. I have this overlapping, and then I have this one giving it a little space. So I've got a nice simple cluster of 3. There's a lot going on the paper here, so I didn't want to get over fancy with the embellishments. And then I did a single star just right here, just a little something to bring your eye in and balance the red on this 4x6 cut apart. Here's another 4x6 cut apart that I cut down. Another little piece of washi tape that matched the one over here. So you see I have blue stars here and here and here. Nice visual triangle. Okay, let's look at this embellishment cluster up close. Again, this was a cut apart that I've punched with a circle. And then I'm lining up this badge with the line of this paper, the heart with where these two meet, and the star where these two meet. And then it just became obvious to me where to put the Let Freedom ring. This paper I used here is something unusual. It's a handmade paper, I guess, and it had little silver fibers in it. I thought it was a nice addition and kind of tied in with the sparkliness of fireworks. Okay, and then we've got a few journal strips right here. So I was really, really pleased with how this turned out. I've got room for 3 4x6 photos and a 3x4, and I could always switch out more 3x4 photos in any of these places, depending on what kind of pictures I actually take on the 4th of July. Okay, there's that. And since I did have a few scraps left, I made a few cards. Here, I really like this, May You Stay Forever Young. I thought that would make a really cute birthday card. So I just edged it in red to make it pop a little bit with some foam tape underneath it, and then I just used 3 puffy stickers there as accents. Let me give you a close-up of that. And then this next one here, this would be a nice one to send to a veteran, I think. This was originally a 4x6 cut apart of our flag in the slightly distressed look. And I also took 3 strips and made 3 vertical banners here. And then I sort of connected these two with a punched out circle of the fireworks and another one that had stars on it. And then I finished it off with this small Home of the Braves sticker and a mirror star from my stash. So, you are my hero. What a great card for a veteran, right? Okay, speaking of cards, my upline Katie, she actually sent me this one, which is really pretty. She did some metallic embossing using the stamp set from the Stars and Sparklers set here. She had some these nice star embellishments that you can find. And of course the paper, and then some red glitter paper. So very, very sparkly, which is what you would expect for 4th of July. Alrighty. That is all I have for today. I hope you'll drop by the blog and get the details on the competition between myself and Trina, and follow those links to her blog and her YouTube channel as well. I appreciate your time and attention as always, and I will see you back here very, very soon. Bye-bye.